Hello and welcome to day 30 of the 1000 Days of No Code Challenge. We have been on this journey for almost a month now, but honestly, it doesn't feel like it. But before we get into today's video, I would like to take a moment and thank each one of you who have been through this journey from the first day. Thank you for taking the initiative to learn, to build, and to grow together. This journey is about more than creating just an app. It's about creating memories, experiences, and tools that matter the most. And speaking of memories, we all have that one post or one tweet that caught our attention. Maybe it's a family photo, a hilarious comment, a heated discussion, or something valuable which we want to revisit at a later stage. Now, how do we save that? Most people would take a screenshot and save it onto their system. Let's be honest, how many screenshots will you take before it gets buried down into your gallery, never to be opened again? That's where bookmarking comes into play. The single feature changes the way we organize and revisit the content that matters the most. In today's video, we will be adding this powerful feature to our app. So let's jump in. Just like for liking the tweet, we had to create a new data type. We can create one more data type for bookmarked tweet, right? And this will be the linked tweet, which is basically the tweet. And let's go ahead to the original tweet, which is a reusable element, and add an option to bookmark. Before to that, let's see how Twitter does this. So if we go to Twitter, we have this option which can be bookmarked, okay, which turns this particular icon to blue. And if we remove the bookmark, then it will be back to normal color. And we have an option from here which is bookmarks, right? So we can see all the bookmarks that we have done before. Let's go back to our app and let's add an icon over here. So we'll search for bookmark. By default, it will be without any fill, and let's make this as black color. Let's go to width and make this as 25 cross 25, and let's make it as last. Now when the user clicks on this one, we want to create a new thing, which is bookmark tweet, and we want to set the linked tweet equals to parent group's tweet. Again, we have to add a condition, which is do a search for bookmark tweet linked tweet equals parent group's tweet, and also created by equals to current user, which means if the current user has already bookmarked this tweet, then we remove it. If it is not bookmarked, then we add it. So I'll copy this, and then we'll also make it as count is 0. Now I'll copy this and then I'll paste it. Here we can mention if the count is greater than 0, right? Copy the same thing, delete this particular flow, add delete a thing, and deleting would be not the count but the first item. Again, what are we deleting? We are doing a search for linked tweet equal to parent group's tweet created by equals to current user, and the first item will be deleted. Okay, one last thing before we test this. This particular icon, we'll go over here, define another condition, we'll put this, okay, which is greater than 0, which means the current user has already bookmarked this. Then we need icon, which is filled, and icon color could be bluish, 046 to CV. Okay, let's see if this looks good. Yep. Let's test this out. So we have this particular tweet. If I click on this one, it becomes bookmarked. If I remove this, that is click on it again, it will be removed. So let me go to the second tweet and click on this one. It will be bookmarked. Now let me go to the app data and see if I've got that record. Right? One last thing before we can close the bookmark, that is, let's add an option over here which will show only the bookmarked tweets. So I'm going to tweet, and though Twitter has it on a separate tab, let's add it over here itself, right? So let me change this to bookmark, which is this one, and let's make this as bookmarked. So when we click on bookmarked, what we want to do is element action and display list in a repeating group. Now we just have one repeating group, so it will be automatically selected. Otherwise, you can select the repeating group that you are interested in this particular flow. And then what we want to do is do a search for bookmarked tweet, where it is bookmarked by the current user, that is created by equals to current user, and you can mention each item's linked tweet. Okay, so let's check if we are able to see this particular thing when I click on bookmarked. Clicking on this one, so we can see that this particular thing has been shown here, okay, because we have bookmarked this one. Now when we click on home, it's not going back, so let's do that, right? So when we click on home button, which is here, we want it to reset. So we say reset the group, and the group is main. Okay, why? Because within group main is everything. So let's go back here. By default it will be reset. Okay, so you can see that my second tweet reply is coming on the top. Okay, just setting up our own Twitter space is coming here, right, and so on and so forth. Now when I click on bookmarked, just setting up our own Twitter space comes on the top because that's the one which we have bookmarked. I'll click on home and you can see that this has come back. Okay, when you reset a group, what happens is it goes back to the screen which would be loaded if you refresh the page. We have something called URL parameters, which will be very good to explore for navigating with the options we have here, but we haven't covered that, and that's why I wanted to keep it simple. I hope you understood how bookmarks work. And this was easy, right? We have added bookmarking feature to our app, giving users a simple way to save the tweet they love the most. Oh, and just like we added the bookmark to our app, bookmark this video so that you can revisit whenever you want and watch it to see how far we have come along. It's been 30 days of learning, building, and growing together. Whether you are here for the first time or following along from the start, I truly appreciate the time and efforts you have put into this journey. So keep up the energy, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.